her stanky
cray.
No good thing starts with, I was thinking about my ex.
He ain't learned his lesson. That's a brother ain't gonna learn shit.
I know this is gonna be unpopular and I don't care.
Let's keep this shit funky.
Yes, y'all. Welcome to the Unpopin Show, home of unpopular opinions. I am T Storm, joined by, as always, my brother in crime, Mr. DJ Mike Swift. What's happening, fam?
What's crackalating, man? What's crackalating? Right at the top, just want to tell you, if you haven't already, subscribe to the show. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you can get notifications when we drop a new show. Mm-hmm. And if you feel so inclined, leave a like and a comment and tell T Storm how awful that hat looks.
Listen, my son gave this to me, so I'm gonna rock it for a while. Maybe I'm gonna wear this through Christmas, like right through Christmas. I'm rocking it. Go with it.
You.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then Tahir can watch and goes, "Yeah, my daddy put on a hat that I gave him." See.
Look at your good dad stuff. Shout out. And I wish I could remember the name of this company. They email and text me all the time. I grabbed this shirt from. Hold on.
Let's say Netflix and I see the Netflix part. I don't see the bottom part.
Netflix and Entangle.
Yeah.
Shout out to it's a company I found on Instagram actually, and I bought a bunch of shirts from them. But I thought this one was real cool. Shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we'll get into that because the baby apparently is getting back for Will Smith for what Jada did to Will. Apparently, we'll touch on that. I want to show you. This is my new vinyl.
Oh, that is sick.
Yeah. This shit is sick. It's crazy. I got a couple of so this is from my my Phase because I use Phase and with my Serato. DJs out there, you know what I'm talking about. And that's an actual vinyl piece for me that I maneuver when I'm spinning or whatever the case. I got a couple of those made. I forget the cat's name that made them for me. So,
yeah, you got to shoot me his info because I'm gonna have to get on that.
He did.
I don't even say like that no more, but I gotta have it.
That shit is dope. That shit is dope. He got me a couple of pieces. He sent me some extra shit too, with my logo just on it. So yeah, I feel official right now. This hard. I'm no matter where this hard. This woo.
That was the old man. Woo.
So if you happen to see me spinning at therealtstorm.com, if you have to see me spinning, you'll see me rocking with those. Speaking of Jada Pinkett Smith, there was some stories and Will Smith making the rounds, promoting his new book. There was a story that went out where Jada said something to the effect of the headline was that they had issues in the bedroom of some sort, or she was hard to please, something along them lines, and people just kind of ran with it. Oh, they got problems in the bedroom, and she had to go back and go, I never said we got issues in the bedroom, and she clarified what she really said and what she really meant.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think at this point, Jada talks too much, right? Like, I get it. Marriages, and especially marriages that have lasted that long, evolve and change, and they have problems and they go through things or whatever. But what is the point of being married and having a confidant when everything about your marriage is open for public discussion and scrutiny?
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like they put it out there and then the public talks about it. It's like she's putting it out there. And look, and I feel her on the journey and all of that good stuff and the healing. And I feel a 100% on that. But some things about your private marriage and private life should stay that way. She's always just talking. And it seems lately that it's at the expense of her husband. Right?
So-
shut up.
So here's the quote. So it was a Red Table Talk featuring Gwyneth Paltrow. This is a while ago at this point. They were talking about challenges of maintaining a good sex life as well as communicating personal needs to your partner. Quote, she says, "It's hard. The thing Will and I talk about a lot is the journey. We started this at a very young age, 22 years old. That's why the accountability part really hit for me, because I think you expect your partner to know what you need, especially when it comes to sex. It's like, well, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind. That's a huge pitfall. You tell me what you need, tell me what you want, and on top of that, I have to be accountable to do the same. I really try. It's uncomfortable, but deeply healthy, and I think around sex, because it's something that we don't talk about, and there's so much fantasy around it," unquote. She later went on to defend, and so the headline says, Jada Pinkett Smith said that she and Will never had an issue in the bedroom after suggesting that she finds it hard for them to maintain a healthy sex life a month from his comments confirming they have an open marriage. Oh boy. I think you expect your partner to know what, okay, that's what she said before. I'm trying to find any case, she went on to defend the statement and say, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. I agree with you. Stop talking about it. It's none of our business. We don't really want to know. There's some people that do, that want to get up. We don't really want to know. If you have something, I mean, I do understand, like, I think she's sharing from a place of, we've arrived at this point now. This was a challenge, and then I think maybe people maybe misconstrue it. But it comes off kind of disrespectful to at a husband's expense, to your point.
Because it is disrespectful. Look, different people heal, evolve, and grow at their own speed. Mm-hmm. If she had a conversation with her husband and said, "This is what I'm going to talk about. Are you okay with it?" And he said, "Sure." Then it's a non-issue, right? Like they agreed to it they agreed to it, and she moved in accordance with what they agreed to.
Right.
But if she's talking about how she's healed, how she's evolved, how she's grown, but he still has an issue with it, what she's doing by living in her truth. And for those listening, I put air quotes on that. I need an air quote sound, T. So we need to come up with an air quote sound. With her living in her truth, he is involved in that. And what she's essentially doing is forcing him to heal, evolve, and grow at the speed that she's going at.
Yeah.
Stop talking, lady. Stop talking. You're effectively emasculating your husband, and that's not going to play out well in the long.
Right. Your air quote signal. Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
That sounds a little damning. That sound has for years become associated with sex offenders and criminals, right? Like,
this is true. Yes, that is very true. But I think I'm gonna run with it anyway, just because.
Look, I used to be a huge fan of hers, actually, and now I'm just not. It's like, ugh, stop. And God bless Will, but I want him to say something.
I have to read his book. There's some stuff in clearly. There's some things in there. I mean, I assume they have these talks about what she's going to say before she says it. And we're just catching up with like, oh, why would you say that? And he's cool with it. Case in point, go back a year ago with the entanglement. And when they finally addressed it, like it went on for a long time. And when they finally did, they, finally decided, okay, we're going to address it on camera. And they did. People read, looking at Will, his eyes were red. We've read that he was hurt, but he later said that no, his eyes were just red from something else, like from his contacts or something, whatever, dry eye or whatever that was going on, because they went on vacation right after they did that episode, and was good. So it's like one of those things, I don't know. It feels like we're mad at Jada for Will, right? We're mad at her for doing these things to Will, when the reality of it is they've already kind of gotten past it. By the time
he ain't even mad.
We mad for him, and he's like, "Yeah, we've already dealt with this." You know what I mean?
Fair. That's fair.
But something on the interwebs, seemingly some get back for Will, and I'm not condoning this at all, by the way. Dababy. Made headlines weeks ago for allegedly throwing his baby mama out. What's her name? Danileigh.
Danileigh. I don't know.
3 months.
I think it is. I don't know.
3 months after she had a baby, she was in the crib or whatever the case, and he decided, y'all gotta go. And there's video. He called the police, and she went online, and he went online, and they have been going back and forth. And Danileigh is now she is definitely woman scorned, because she's like, she's showing receipts from a year ago of them laid up, all happy, kissing, and I love you, and cue the romantic music, and just laying up, and fast forward to, I bet you gotta go. You a side piece. It's like, I'm a side piece. How am I a side piece? You introduced me to your family. You a side piece that met the family. See, yeah, it's really messy. It's unfortunate. But far be it from me to jump on the side of either one of them. Cause I don't think Dababy, first of all, I'm having a hard time saying this Negro's name. Dababy?
A grown-ass man.
A grown-ass man. And this woman's like, I don't know, how could he? Why would he treat her? First of all, he said what he was in his name. His name is Dababy, not Babyface. Babyface, and you're inclined to believe he's a grown man. He just look young. Dababy is this infantile acting young ass dude that's gonna do some baby shit, and that's what we see going on.
So I was at the bar just a couple nights ago, and I just popped in to get a beer and get out, but I saw my man, I saw my girl, my homegirl, and we were talking, and we got onto this topic, and I actually got pulled into a conversation about it with two young women and a gentleman that I did not know. It's a lot wrong with this situation. First off, I don't think either one of them are heroes. I think he is kind of the male Brittany Renner, right? He kind of is what he is. He out there, he doing his thing. He's already got baby mamas. He living the life.
Okay. She
should have vetted him better. She should not have walked in that situation and said, he's going to be different with me. That ladies don't do that. If it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck,
And call herself the baby.
It's a baby duck. So yeah, I don't think any one of them is more right than the other. Now, one of the things that women and those particular women, and what I've been kind of hearing from other conversations and reading, is how can he put out her and his child? I don't think he ever said that the child had to go. He said that she has to go. So I made that point, and one of the women said, well, the child just belongs with his mother. And I said, why? She couldn't give me a real answer for that question. So let's vilify him for putting her out, but let's not vilify him for putting out his kid, because he never said the kid has to go. Secondly, she has been violent with him in the past, which was his reason for going live. Now, just like I said before, on, I guess, the previous show at this point, every man should record his interaction with a woman just in case. However, going live with it or posting that video, no. That is not the most masculine thing that you can do. Don't do that. So that I think he looked real bad and real lousy doing that.
Kind of Stevie J-ish.
There was a who came first joke there that I started down the path with, but I just
Who came first? Wait, who came first? Well, Stevie J and Faith ain't had no kids together, so I think the baby got them beat.
I don't like you.
is what Faith said to Stevie J.
Absolutely.
Danileigh is saying to the baby.
Yeah.
But it's a mess, and though it is entertaining to watch, like the car accident,
that's not entertaining.
Well,
Can't take your eyes off of it.
Well, I mean, it's a reason they can't. It's just like,
there you go.
But it's so sad. It's so sad. That kid is going to be an adult one day, and he's going to see that on the internet, because that never goes away.
Right.
He's going to see his dad calling his mom a side piece. I think my big takeaway from it really is vet who you lay with. Marry before you carry, to borrow from the infamous words of one Mr. Kevin Samuels. And in some cases, where you can, wed before you bed. So
yeah,
you don't wind up here, because that's a mess, man. That shit is just a mess.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse before it get better.
Oh yes, it is. Oh, she's got charges.
Does she?
She's got charges. Let's see. Police in North Carolina say they were called on Sunday evening and Monday morning with the baby claiming he'd been assaulted by his girlfriend. Danileigh was then charged twice for simple assault.
Oh yeah, well.
She put hands on him. That's why he was recording it. And that might be why he wanted her the hell out of his house. And she didn't leave. The police came. He called the police to get her out of the house, and she didn't leave, because he did another video the next day saying she ain't went nowhere. Can somebody get her the hell out my house? And that was when he started calling her the side piece. And look, and this was the other thing from that conversation with those people at the bar. They mentioned the receipts that she pulled up with him. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I looked at him and I said, okay, how many times in the history of ever has a man said, I loved you to get laid? And they were like, all the time. And I was like, so she should have been on notice not to believe him? Right? Like, I'm not saying he was right for doing it, but.
Yeah, he said it after he got laid. It was clearly after smash smooching.
They, to borrow from mediocre tutorials and reviews, the viscous innards were very delectable to him. How's that? He enjoyed his evening at the opera, and it was great. So And look, and he might have been in love. Who knows? I mean, I think love is a verb, right? So when people are like, I'm in love, I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? But, in his understanding of what love is, in his truth.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. For those who are listening, he said truth.
He might have been in love at the time. But you know what? He gets the right to change his mind. Just because he said it 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 days ago, doesn't mean he can't change his mind, especially if she's putting hands on him.
Yeah. I mean, and love is a choice. You choose to fall in love, you choose to fall out. And you also get to say,
all the votes have been counted. All the courts have said no. You're all out of options. Now pack your shit and go.
Can I put that on my phone? So when I want a broad to leave, I can just be like, I have a special message to you from Bill Maher.
Right, there you go. or the more direct.
Get your shit and get out.
You got a lot of get out sounders.
I know. It works.
Haley, don't get nervous.
Shit, look, understand. I ain't going nowhere. Let's be clear. I just hung the damn curtains. I ain't going nowhere. We gonna work this out. So.
Oh boy, yeah, that. But here's I think the silver lining. I will say, he picks well.
I mean, on the surface, she.
Oh, that's all I'm talking about is the surface.
Okay.
Surface only.
Yeah, she's,
she is a cutie pie. That's just such an innocent picture of her. Let's do this. She looks like a sweet girl in that picture. She doesn't look like someone who would lay hands on a man.
Well, the ones that look like her usually do.
Because nobody would believe that she would do it.
Yeah, sweet girl, she's so cute. This is one that. How did you get that black eye? The cute little girl you looking at over here putting her hands on me. Allegedly. Well, charges have been filed and she will have to answer for that. Maybe she can get with that family who left their kids and she can go hang out with them, be on the lam. Run off. So write the note. Hey, it's been fun. Hang out with your daddy for a little bit. I'll be back. Let's go.
Folks, that's a callback to another show.
Yeah, you have to go back like 2 episodes and see what the hell we're talking about. Just remember PPP loan and 13, 15, and 16-year-olds. There you go. Now go back and watch.
I'm suddenly depressed.
What? Really?
Did something good happen recently?
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's think about this for a second. The Christmas tree in New York City went up. They lit that up. That was great.
The Braves won the World Series.
The Braves won the World Series. All the other Atlanta teams went back to doing what they do. But
nothing.
But I say that with love. What else? Who else? Yeah, I got nothing. I've got. Oh no, you know what? Hey, if you're watching, stream my son Tahir's song. He has this really cool song called "Proceed." It might make your mama dance. That's actually a lyric. Check that out. That's something that's wonderful, and it'll put a smile on your face to hear a little tiny person actually rapping, like he
and doing it well.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. Actually, big shout out to Tyrone Williams, Fly Ty, who called me a little while ago and was like, "Yo, we need to get him an agent."
Nice.
Fly Ty of Juice Crew fame, who he started the label Cold Chillin' Records that discovered Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane, Roxanne Shante, MC Shan, the whole Juice Crew movement, is helping me find some representation for Tahir the Prince.
There you go.
That happened. So that's good. That's some good news. Does that count?
Yeah. And I'm sure a black man somewhere in America bought a juice tonight and didn't get shot. There we go. That's. I'm trying. God, I did get fucking depressed just out of nowhere.
That was terrible though.
Oh.
But you know what? Here's maybe an upside that's kind of ridiculous, and I think I said it earlier. But the blogs on the story of Danileigh and Dababy, they have been saying we're getting all these chicks back for what Jada did to Will Smith. One by one, we go get them back.
That's just awful. That's just awful.
That's terrible, but it's funny as hell. Hey, we just go, let's get them all back. You know what? We could take this opportunity to go ahead and wrap it up. Hey, folks, enjoy your holiday as we approach the Christmas or whatever you celebrate. If it's Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, definitely. Oh, shout out to the Hoteps. Whatever you celebrate, enjoy your family as we approach this holiday season. Be safe out there. And if you haven't already, this is a very cool gift for yourself. Subscribe right here to Unpopin Show. Or go to unpopinshow.com and you can subscribe there and follow us on all socials at Unpopin Show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your holiday season. And we'll see you next time. Maybe I'll take these damn dumb things off my head next time.
Peace.